Oliver, a young man from England, had long dreamed of visiting Tokyo, a city that had always fascinated him. After much deliberation, he finally bit the bullet and booked a solo trip. Arriving in autumn, he found himself immersed in the electric atmosphere of Shibuya. The district was alive with activity, from flashing neon signs to the constant flow of people. It was, as they say, a city that never sleeps. After spending the day wandering through the lively streets and soaking up the sights, Oliver's stomach began to rumble, reminding him that it was time to eat. He stumbled upon a small, tucked-away izakaya. As he stepped inside, he was greeted by the warm, inviting aroma of grilled food. Taking a seat at the counter, he noticed a friendly-looking man sitting nearby. The man, Hiroshi, glanced at Oliver, who was staring at the menu with a blank expression. "Lost in translation, huh?" Hiroshi said with a chuckle. "It looks like this might be your first time here." Oliver smiled sheepishly. "Yeah, I guess you could say I'm a bit out of my depth. Any recommendations?" "Well, when in Rome, do as the Romans do," Hiroshi replied, smiling. "You should definitely try the yakitori. It's a local favorite, and this place does it right." Relieved to have some guidance, Oliver ordered the yakitori. As they waited for the food, they struck up a conversation. Oliver explained that he had just arrived and didn't really have a plan for the next few days. Hiroshi, sensing an opportunity to help, offered a few words of wisdom. "In for a penny, in for a pound. You've come all this way, so you might as well make the most of it. If I were you, I'd start with a visit to Asakusa Temple. It's breathtaking, especially early in the morning when the crowds are thin." "Sounds amazing," Oliver replied, feeling more enthusiastic about his trip. "And if you're into anime," Hiroshi continued, "Akihabara is a must-see. It's the place to be for anything related to anime, manga, or electronics. You'll be like a kid in a candy store." Hiroshi's tips didn't stop there. "You should also check out Tokyo Skytree at sunset. The view from the top is to die for. One of those experiences that remind you how small we really are in this huge world. And before you leave, make sure to grab some ramen in Shinjuku. There's nothing quite like a steaming bowl of ramen to wrap up a day of exploring." By the end of the evening, Oliver felt like he'd struck gold. Hiroshi's advice had transformed what was a loosely planned trip into a full-blown adventure. As they said their goodbyes, Hiroshi left him with one final piece of advice. "Remember, the early bird catches the worm, so don't sleep in too much. Tokyo has plenty to offer, but it won't wait around for you." Oliver left the izakaya feeling not only full, but also inspired. As he walked back to his hotel, he couldn't help but think that life's best surprises often come from the unlikeliest encounters. After all, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And thanks to Hiroshi, Oliver's first steps in Tokyo were already leading him toward an unforgettable experience.